What's up guys, Phil here today with another video, and today I'll be doing an unboxing, a phone unboxing. So yeah, we have the phone. It's the Samsung Galaxy A20. So I'm just gonna run you through the specs. It has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage. It also doesn't have an SD card slot, upgradable to 512 gigs if you have a lot of pictures and videos and stuff, or if you just use your phone for media content, so basically downloading a lot of stuff and just watching it off of the phone itself. On the camera side, this phone has got 2 cameras on the back, a 13 megapixel camera and a 5 megapixel camera. I'm assuming that the main shooter is a 13 megapixel camera because that just made more sense, and the wide angle camera is the 5 megapixel camera. On the front facing camera, the selfie cam, that's an 8 megapixel camera. The screen of the phone, as you can see on this big box, it can be conveyed through the camera. It's a 6.4 inch AMOLED display, but it's only 720p. But it is an AMOLED display, and when it comes to displays, Samsung is basically best in class. It may not be the highest resolution display, but then colors are punchy. It is an AMOLED display, so basically colors will be vibrant, reds will be reds, blue will be blue, and black will be pitch black. Just for reference, it's kind of the same as my S7. Yeah, so basically it's using the same display technology as this, but not as high res. But that's not a bad thing at all. Battery side, it rocks a 4000 milliamp hour battery. So because of the 4000 milliamp hour battery, I'm assuming it's probably gonna last a very good while, probably a day, almost a day. But due to the low res screen, it's probably gonna last a day, because 720p screen with a 4000 milliamp hour battery, that probably spells for a very long battery life. Low res screens do last much longer, and even with those cases you may not notice it. Now that I'm done with the overview of the phone, let's get to unboxing this. Quick start guide, warranty card, okay. Then we get to the phone itself. So here we go. We got the phone right here. Super AMOLED display, Infinity V display, dual camera. So what Samsung means by their Infinity V display, let me bring back the box here for reference. This phone has got a teardrop notch, so they call this display the Infinity V display for the notch. Just that's a little something for you. Before we peel off the plastic on the phone, let me put that to the side. Let's see what we get in the box. Okay, USB-C charge cable. Well, obviously, yeah, so you put the USB-C charging cable in here. I mean, it'll be weird if a phone didn't come with a charging cable or a charging brick. But this phone does charge via USB-C, so that is really nice. Charging brick, I believe this phone can go up to 15 or 18 watts fast charging. Very nice. Then we got cheap earphones. They're not their flagship AKGs that you get in their Note lines or the Galaxy S line, but just bad earphones. Okay, they're the regular old crappy Samsung earphones that we used to get back in the day, but it is nice that they included earphones in the box. I am not saying that they shouldn't have. They're bad sounding, but at least they included them in the box. Some phones don't include earphones in the box, so that's nice. Then the last thing in here is the SIM ejector tool, which hopefully I can get to. Another thing that this phone does not have is that it does not have wireless charging, fast wireless charging. So let's just peel the plastic off of this phone. That sounds nice. Roll it around, take it off, and here we go. We have the phone. Let's just peel off the plastic around the edges. Feels very nice. Plastic back, but it feels like it's glass. I don't know what they did for that. Fingerprint scanner on the back, so when you take your phone out of your pocket, your finger's already lying there. Dual cameras over there, as you can see them. Flash there, and you can see the nice 6.4-inch display. So let me get this phone powered up. So this is just a general overview of the phone. As you can see there, fingerprint scan on the back, unlocks pretty quickly. It also has facial recognition. There we go, unlocked by seeing my face. The screen is absolutely amazing, even though it's not a 1440p panel or a 1080p panel. Just because it's an OLED panel, those colors are just vivid, they pop, they are true to what they look like. Okay, maybe not true to what they look like, but they are very vibrant colors, which is what people generally really like. In terms of the screen, the 6.4-inch display is just absolutely amazing. I mean, watching stuff on this thing is just glorious. It's amazing. I did watch a few YouTube videos on this. Even though it's only a 720p panel, just because it's an AMOLED display and those colors are just so vibrant, they're just so vivid, and they just come to life, it is a very beautiful, great display to just view content on. It is much better than an IPS LCD display. Even though it's at a lower resolution, as I said, you won't really mind the 720p panel unless you're pixel peeping, which, since I've been used to using a 1440p panel, I can see individual pixels even when I'm not like having my face right in front of it, but it's not really much of a problem. In terms of the software, One UI, I really do like One UI, as I've been using it for a few hours. For the camera, right now it's not a very bad camera. One thing that I was very surprised with is the wide angle, because it just shows so much more. And then the selfie cam is it's actually not that bad. It's pretty decent. It only has one camera, as you can see up there, but it's probably doing something with some software manipulation to just get more within the frame. The build quality is really nice. The back is made out of plastic, but it's made out of like I'm not sure what type of plastic it is. Probably some fancy type of plastic. It gives the phone some heft, but not feel too cheap. The sides are also made out of plastic. That I could tell very easily, but then the buttons are very nice and clicky, satisfying click. Yeah, on the bottom we got the bottom firing speaker, USB Type-C, and headphone jack, which is a dying breed in new phones nowadays. But besides that, I really do. I've been enjoying this phone so far. It's gonna be my daily driver for probably a year or two until I get a new phone or buy a new one. But yeah, here we go. So I've been using this phone for a few hours, as I've said, and it has been performing really well. I'm not sure if through the camera it is being conveyed properly, but this wallpaper looks really cool. It looks really dope compared to my S7. My S7 also does have an AMOLED display, but I cracked the screen. I'll talk about that in another video. Okay, technically I didn't crack the screen technically, but it's a weird story. But I had to get that panel replaced, but I did not take it to Samsung themselves. So I took it to some cheap shop. I paid nothing that much, probably I paid like 1,000 rand, and they just replaced it with some random display, probably an LCD display, and I could tell the difference. The colors are bland and it wasn't as bright as it used to be, unfortunately. So even though this is not to the resolution that the S7 is, the 1440p panel, but this does have the bright, beautiful, vivid colors that I am used to. I like seeing vivid colors, unless you are really pixel peeping, which, I mean, doing stuff like this, but I'm not even pixel peeping, and I can see the individual pixels, because when I do stuff like Photoshop and when I edit videos, I usually edit videos in like 1080p, or when I do Photoshop, it's usually high-res photos. When I put it into Photoshop or Lightroom, I'm usually working with high-res photos, stuff that is like 1440p or 4K, so I can see individual pixels. Besides that, really nice. Give me a week or two, probably gonna drop a review on this thing. But one thing that I'm surprised is the facial recognition. It is pretty quick. Well, I believe it's pretty quick. I've never used any other phones with facial recognition before, but this is pretty quick. I mean, you got lots of things. I mean, sometimes you're just looking at your phone and it unlocks when you were planning to like use the fingerprint scanner on the back. Very nice. It gives you options. Fingerprint scanner on the back, facial recognition, or you could just put in your PIN, password, or pattern. One of the nice things I like about a back-mounted fingerprint scanner is that when you take it out, as you take it out of your pocket and you look at your phone, it's already unlocked. So very nice feature there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and thank you all for watching and staying all to the end. Peace.